Hello and welcome back to another episode of Journey Through Eorzea. As always, I am your host, Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. So after our brief foray into the role quests and saving a young boy who is actually a mage, who is actually stupidly old, and helping an archer man, we got that all taken care of. We are starting the Eden first raids. So with that, let's talk to Anxious Crystarium Guard and get this going. One of the Crystarium guards is particularly relieved to have found you. Do tell. Ah, Tiberius. Have you seen Reen? She has been looking for you. I can't say that I have. Wait there. I'll go and get her. Thank you, Pose Man. He poses. I would not say he's a poser, but, you know. Hey, there she is.
There you are. The truth is, I need your help. Now, hold on. I haven't even told you what it is yet.
I mean, you know.
After you defeated Emmett Selk, I sensed a strange concentration of light somewhere far to the south. In the empty, in the lands were once swallowed by the flood.
Oh no. Not that.
I can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another Light Warden. But whatever it may be, we don't intend to stand by and watch. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thancred, Eorzea, and I have a few theories we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. The three of us were reluctant to ask for your help considering everything that you've been through. The thing is, you've only a person who can defeat the Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. Well, we don't want to jump to conclusions, so it would be a good idea to have you there, just in case. So will you come with us?
Wouldn't be any other way, plebs. You should. Yeah, wouldn't have it any other way, bro.
Thank you, Tiberius. This means a lot. First of all, let's head to the Derrick in Amarang. Thancred and Eorzea should have everything ready by now.
To Amarang. So, we're going to try and go with the usual system for this. It has not worked every time flawlessly, but the basic gist will be, hey, alright, so we can get the raid series usually go in 3 parts, right? You've got the, you've got like the first part, which is a whole set of fights, the second part was a whole set of fights, and the third part, which concludes everything. We've had to break that up before if it gets too long, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and get it done in 3 goes, as it were. So it's three episodes, as it were. So I wonder. No, I'm not going to the sharing. I just wanted to see if you would let me like fly, but you're not gonna do that. All right. You say it's an Amaro, but what you really mean is it's you know, it's an airship. It's an airship in all but name. This man with hat is having a rough day. I went to mow my lawn today, and about 5 minutes into trying to mow my lawn, I got attacked by bald-faced hornets. Turns out there was a nest in the local lilac bush that I was mowing around, and I was lucky to only get nailed once. But boy howdy, I've spent the rest of my evening, I was spent attacking their nest and trying to destroy it with pesticides and what have you. So that was fun. But, you know, if I had fancy abilities like I have in Final Fantasy XIV, it would have been like a non-issue, but unfortunately, it is an issue. So I'll be continuing my campaign in that regard. But as I said last time, we were doing the role quest. I was like, oh, we're out here? That's crazy. I don't remember if that thing was there to begin with, or you normally had a thing, but that's fine. Referring to the car thing.
I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here.
Not at all, I can fly. I doubt they posed any sort of challenge to him. Would that I could say the same for the confidence about whatever fiend we may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Reen sends turns out to be nothing of consequence, the empty is hardly the most welcoming of places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted wasteland poseth a severe threat to any foe we might face. As In any event, we are in agreement that this phenomenon doth warrant investigation. Though the lack of... Though for, okay. I can't read, apparently. Leave it to Urianger to stump me with his way of talking. Though for lack of a more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Reen's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is poor substitute for first-hand observation. Indeed.
There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. Is the sky slipper ready, Thancred?
Ready to take us wherever we need to go, aye. Back again, too, maybe, if we ask it nicely. Looks like a bumper car or something. It's weird. Or like a, maybe like, not a bumper car. Like kind of like one of those little tiny roller coaster things. Though the light hath been expunged in Nordvan, the ambient ether of the empty is still corrupted, dangerously so in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake, the soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. 'Tis due to this imbalance the empty remaineth utterly uninhabitable, even in century thereafter. That's why we're taking every possible precaution. Between the aetherometers I've packed and Reen's unique abilities, we should be able to detect and measure any fluctuations in our alignments. According to the Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us in a noticeable degree, but much longer than that, then we risk becoming sin eaters. Since we still don't know how chocobos and Amara will fail in the empty, we opted for the more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of the researchers of the Thameen, who found the crystal tower and restored it into working order. There we go.
It's quite safe, I promise. The person in charge said he'll have parts delivered from the Crystarium should anything break. He seemed quite eager to see what we bring back from the empty, even though I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you if we have the chance to stop by Mordsuk at some point.
You know, I've been by Mordsuk a lot recently.
Anyway, I think that covers everything. You'll be ready to leave, just say the word.
Well, wouldn't you know it, I happen to be ready right now!
Well then, shall we?
Yes. I always like the little thing. Plays the music usually and like riding out there and it's cool. Yeah. I like this music. I like how their like stuff is just hanging off of like a netting in the back. Look at her hair, it's like completely horizontal. With a name like the Empty, I wasn't expecting much in the way of a pleasant scenery, but this is downright depressing. To look on the land swallowed by the flood with mine own eyes, 'tis chilling sight indeed. Approximately 9/10 of the world is this, a slate all but wiped clean. Were it not for the warriors of darkness and Mephilia. Reen, are you sure we're heading in the right direction?
Yes, I'm certain. There's no telling how far away it is, though.
Nothing before it to keep going then. You two back there might as well take a nap. I have a feeling we have a good few moments ahead of us. I have to scowl because my hat is flipping into the seat. And that's a big deal. They had some really good soundtracks in this raid series. I actually own a few of them. I have to say, it's a touch larger than I was expecting. And is it sleeping? Yeah, it's a big boy right there. The Empty.
No, it's waking up.
I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light form?
No, I don't think so. Instead of being filled with light, it is light.
The first Sin Eater. Long have I strived to unravel the mysteries surrounding the flood of light, to discover what set that terrible cataclysm in motion. Every thread led to the same conclusion, the same single point. Or single beam. I have reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first Sin Eater, the instigator of the Flood, the very foe Minfilia vanquished a century ago. She gave everything she had, and won. But this abomination could undo her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is oft said that destruction and creation are but two sides of the same coin. Reen, knowest thou of what I speak?
The power to shape reality, to bend laws of nature, for what once was shattered may be forged anew.
I've lost my mind today. That's all well and good, but you don't think we should give it a name first?
Eden.
Utopia in Fae, a most auspicious title. Now that that's settled, perhaps we should find a spot and set up camp. I even brought a couple of tents, on the off chance my pitching damn things is something of a fine art. Does anyone fancy helping me? Everyone just goes, no, and then just leaves. I also really like the base camp in this place. It's like you get a little base camp, then you got something like to look at, and then like the things parked up on the edge, and it changes as you do it. I really like this. Raid series is really cool, and the music's sick. I love this music.
I never realized that putting tents up could be such a bother. Still, I'm glad that we got there in the end. Thancred should be back from scouting the area soon. Once he's here, we can plan our next move.
I am just getting so tongue-tied tonight. Good grief. For the quest of investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment and speaking with the Ghoul Ghoul in Mord Souk or Yal Yal in Ulmor. Okay.
I wonder what's taking Thancred so long. Ah, there he is.
Well, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining.
Did you find anything?
No, thankfully, there's naught but barren plains in every direction, apart from Eden, obviously. I tried approaching it, but the brute wouldn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew.
We should act now, before it's fully awake.
Meaning what, exactly?
When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of ether. Of course, that meant for all the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive. They must have crumbled to dust in the years since. But the ether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is one that caused it, maybe I can get it flowing again. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring life back to the empty.
Now hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible? And how do you expect to control that kind of power? Reen's aspirations may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light's advance not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it. And in so doing, she hath gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now, the flame of hope burns on. Aye, as Minfilia's successor, it standeth to reason that Reen doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden. But such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Tiberius? I imagine this is easier said than done. It will put, I'll just say I imagine it's easier said than done.
Yes, you're probably right, but I have to try.
Very well, Reen. You've made up your mind, so how should we go about this?
I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me the light is more concentrated at a certain point, I suppose you could call it the core. That giant Talos had a core too, like a beating heart. It controlled the flow of ether. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use it to restore the etheric balance.
The theory is certainly sound. By employing the Ethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we can trace the ethereal flow to Eden's core, and in so doing, secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus with which to perform such feats. However, we must needs first have Reen study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden, and mayhap exert a measure of control over it.
You can really do that, Eorzea?
All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul long since departed, who imparted to me a wealth of knowledge concerning aetherology. Although I am certain she would be all too quick to chastise my methodology. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us rummaging around its innards, for want of a better term. In all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you'd best lead the way, Tiberius. Sure.
It's true that he's only the one who can defeat a Light Warden, but I'd rather not rely on him any more than we have to.
Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when he absorbed too much light. But Eorzea said, making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. Now, I wish to put down wardens myself, but the simple fact is I can't, and there's no point in pretending I can. That's why I'm asking Tiberius.
Then perhaps I could.
You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason the plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the goal. Not only that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. She's trying to protect me, but it can't be done.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
This is what I do best, for lack of a better but yeah, this is what I do best, man. I'm telling you, it's not an issue. Not super easy, barely inconvenience.
I won't let you down.
Though we will remain here, Reen and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those of which thou art accustomed. So we're gonna go in there, we're gonna do everything, we got some busted link pearls, it feels good, man. Eden's Gate, Resurrection, now available. Or accessible, I guess. So there's one little thing about this place that always bothered me, and I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It's only one thing, just one. I mean, technically two if you wanted to get technical. So Thancred you see over here is trying to light this fire, right? One, we're in the desert. I don't get the impression it's cold here, but maybe it is. I don't know. But here's the thing. We have all this and these giant tents. Are you telling me we carried it all in that little car? And then also this fire, it has wood on it. Where do we get wood from? I just can't get this bloody thing lit. It must be because the aether has stopped flowing, just as Reen said. Though if this plan of hers and Urianger's actually works, we may have to stop calling this place the Empty. Indeed. Alright. I don't know if there's anything in the book for this, but I might go and see what it is. If I find anything, I will come back and I will tell you. Otherwise, we will see when it pops. Alright. That's a lot of things. We're going with Resurrection. Alright, we got 15 minutes? Cool. Alright. I'm going to look for the thing in the book. If I can find it, I will bring it back, as I said, or, until it pops. So, yeah. Alright, so here's what I got. It turns out they did have a thing, so this is the thing they have. The Flood of Light. A disastrous ethereal imbalance pushed the First to the brink of annihilation. Based on the academic findings collated to date, the following section will endeavor to dissect the true nature of the Flood of Light. Eden, the first Sin Eater. The final battle to decide the fate of the First, the Asians Mitron and Lawgriff drew on the power of the Echo to fuse their souls into a single ascended entity. Yet Ardbert, unable to forgive those who manipulated his companion Silva into becoming the Shadow Keeper, fought with, which I don't remember any of that, but whatever, fought with a fury that could not be denied. A rage-fueled blow severed the bonds which held his enemies together, rending their physical and spiritual forms in the process. Ordinarily, Ascians survive corporeal death by withdrawing their souls into the rift beyond the worlds, between worlds, via the medium of a crystal of darkness. Ardbert's onslaught, however, afforded them no such escape. Woven with his wish to expunge all traces of darkness from the world, his blade of light was empowered beyond measure by the element's unnatural primacy in the first. Even as Mitron's battered soul attempted to slip away, it was snared by light's merciless energies. He was bound to a prison of flesh, changed, distorted. He had become the first Sin Eater, an alabaster being known in later years by the name Eden. Though it harbored Mitron's memories, Eden acted without conscious thought, its will enslaved by Ardbert's desire to obliterate the existence of darkness. It began permeating the world with light, bringing all into stasis and allowing no aspect of vitality to remain. Eden overflowed with engulfant power, and a wave of stagnation engulfed the surrounding lands in a catastrophic flood of light. And then below that, it's got a section on the empty. The empty. The light emanating from Eden worked drastic changes upon everything it touched. The 6 base elements of ambient aether, fire, wind, lightning, water, ice, and earth were neutralized in favor of light's stagnation. Night and day, the sky remained saturated with radiance. Land and sea were leached of color and vibrancy. In the stillness of the empty, as Eden's wasteland is called, no new life is born, and the living are twisted beyond recognition with etherical imbalance. As no religion, not even that of the Church of the First Light, seemed to be able to provide a satisfactory explanation as to why these light-corrupted creatures emerged, or why they attacked on sight, the people latched onto the belief that such apocalyptic horrors must exist solely to devour the mortal transgressions. To some, the Sin Eaters were salvation and damnation both. And they have a bunch of other stuff that goes into everything, but I don't really think that's just like all about Sin Eaters and everything. So, but that's mostly what this is about. So, that is the Flood of Light, and we will continue on and actually deal with the Flood of Light and Eden when it pops. So, I'll see you then. Alright. So, once again, we have traveled to another server in the interest of time. I waited about a half an hour, 20 minutes, give or take, to try and get in, and I was like, if I'm on Holochronasis, it's going to take a fat minute. Alright, well, they love this one. I don't know what one this is, but it is. Oh, it's that thing. Okay. Keeper of Knowledge, Eden Prime. Isn't that where we met the... Pretty sure that's a Mass Effect thing. Eden Prime. Am I crazy? Alright. Alright, so we got Dark Knight, Gunbreaker, 2 Scholars, a Monk, a Reaper, and a Summoner. Here, we'll do one of those and one of these. I'm going to get a little bit of distance here just in case so I can actually pay attention. I will say it is very fancy looking in here. Alright, that only hurt a little bit. Get in the dome here. Alright, I'm gonna get out of the circle. Oh, definitely want to not be in that. Alright, we gotta get in the circle. I am not jumping back. I was gonna jump back, and I was like, no, I'm not falling for that one again. You're not bamboozling me with that yet a second time. Oh, that guy's getting targeted. Oh, you do that little teleport thing. It's like a knight from Halo 4, and it's awful. Oh, everyone's going behind it. I think I'm gonna get behind it. Look at this impression. I don't know where I get it from, but that I don't want to be over there. I'm glad everyone else knows. I didn't. Oh. I say, please split. I'll love you more if you split. Oh yeah, super easy, not a problem at all. Just a giant Doom Rift. Guys. I don't know about this, oh! Oh, thanks, I hate it. Oh gosh, I wasn't in the right spot. I have failed. I have almost died in the hopes Red Faction have died with me. Get one of these and one of these and hit one of those. Yeah. Oh, that's ominous. Oh man, I wasn't done. I wasn't done with my thing yet. Come on, man. Oh, is that all? The giant mothership of doom, no problem. Alright. Off-brand Pokemon are here. Alright, could be worse, could be worse. Guys like spazzing out, I don't know what that's all about. Guys. Guys, we can see through the floor. Guys. I'm gonna be real, I'm not sure about this one, man. Alright, he made a circle. Oh no. Is this Sephiroth Supernova? Is that what we're doing? What's going on, man? Is he turning the world into a giant laser? What are we doing? That's a giant laser, guys. You know you've made it when they throw you into a black hole. For real. They just got shot into a black hole? Why? All I can think of to say was Nani. You know what? I'm okay though, we're okay. Somehow. I don't know how that worked, but it did. You know, we haven't gotten like a 3rd level LB yet. Kind of surprised by that, to be honest. Oh, now we're LBing. Now we're LBing. Alright, I'm sure it was all me. No problem. Guy's name is Cherry Soda. I'm gonna assume it's a GG. I'm not seeing any, but one could assume. Alright, there we are. That's all of us. Okay, I don't know why we didn't say GG, but there it is. Player combination. The only person left is Reaper. Loot? Anything in there? Nothing I want. Alright. I got a single player commendation. I've given out a single player commendation. But yes, we will continue on Sargatanis for this because otherwise we will literally take 20 million years to do every single fight. So, let's do it.
It seems that Thancred's prediction about being some sort of guardian was right. Thankfully, it was nothing that you couldn't handle. And I'm glad to say that you haven't absorbed any light either. So far, so good. Now that the way is clear, the Ethernet shards can send us to the core and back whenever we need. Why don't we give them a try?
Well, when you say it like that, I mean, what am I supposed to say? I feel like for these raid series, if they're going to use main characters like this, they should just give them voice lines. Just give them, you know, just give them voice acting. Oh, there's actually a person here. Farkali Ami Ami Kupo. Level 100 summoner. Call me Mimi. Okay, Mimi.
Once Urianger activated the device, it's my turn.
Alright. Oh, we're black screening. We're black screening! The time hath come, Rin.
Watch over me, Minfilia.
Some definite stuff going on.
Is this supposed to happen?
Eden is offering considerable resistance.
Not now. Not when I'm so close.
Did you think it was that easy? We just fight like one thing and we're done? Urianger! I am unharmed, but what of Rin?
No, you listen to me.
Sounds like any argument you've ever had with a girl. Rin, be careful. Oh, the ground, she is a rumbling and a shaking. It's kind of like the bow of a ship, isn't it? Where it's got like the person on there. And like a cape in the back or something. It's an interesting design, I'll give it that. Well, now it's flying. Good job.
It worked. I'm in control now. I think.
Are you sure about that?
Although I'm now linked to Eden, I still need to figure out how to give it commands.
Pray tell what caused it to convulse so violently.
It must have been where Eden chose to roll in the air. I'm still struggling to stop it from drifting too far from the camp.
Even now, thou art. Rin, what is going on?
Above us, something's coming this way. An enemy.
But how dost thou... Ah, could it be a sin eater?
I can't sense them clearly. But no, that's impossible.
What is it?
They're inside, too. Lots of them. Trying to reach the core.
Uninvited guests, eh? And if I'd known they were coming, I would have tidied the place up. Japes are a poor substitute for a viable stratagem. In that case, I just suggest that you and I deal with the ones who are already inside. And Tiberius can welcome the airborne adversary. I do that. Rin, find out if Eden has any defenses we can make use of. Preferably ones that don't recognize us as the enemy.
I'm not sure about that, but I can use the ether currents to send you wherever you need to go.
That's my girl. Alright, everyone, we've got work to do.
From what I can tell, Eden is able to form simple structures by redirecting ether, so I'll try and give you something to stand on. When you're ready, head for that portal over there.
Okay. Who am I to say no? Ba-ba-da-ba. Eden's Gate Descent now accessible. Alright, so I don't really have to run around, I just have to do this thing. But thankfully, the good news is... Alright, so we have to do Descent. 11 whole minutes. So with that, I'll see you when it pops. Well, that was speedy. That was like maybe a minute, maybe. Am I complaining? No. I won't pretend queue times on other servers that are not Dynamis are not faster. They are definitely faster. But I otherwise generally don't mind. Alright, we're all waving. There's a floaty thing. Antithesis, Manifest, Voidwalker. It's a person holding a knight? It's a big sword? I don't remember this at all. Well, it seems vaguely familiar. Anyway, Paladin, Gunbreaker, White Mage, Scholar, Dancer, Summoner, and another Red Mage? It's a Red Mage party! I have veil between our worlds. I don't know. Oh wait, is this where What's-Her-Face comes from? Hang on, looking for it. Okay, they're just kind of meandering around. That's totally fine. Oh yeah. Definitely don't want to be there. Alright, so we gotta avoid a rift. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. Alright, let's see if we can actually use this. And then that. Oh, don't want any of that. Sorry, pardon me. Oh, I didn't want that. Oh, everybody stack up on me. I'm cool. Alright, so far so good, okay. Oh, that seems ominous. I'm sure I should know what this is, but I don't. Oh no, what does it mean? Man, I love... Okay. So it's like a delayed effect sort of thing, I think. Alright, everybody stack up on that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and guess we should get away from that guy. Or are we all supposed to stay on him? Oh, it was like a stack. It was a stack, I guess. Oh, it was a delayed stack. Well, I'm a goof. I didn't realize it was a. I mean, I guess I should have established that, huh? What do you guys think, huh? Now I know. Now I know. The more you know. You know what I mean? Oh, you want me to run over there? I'm not running over there. I don't think that guy should go over there. I could be crazy, but I don't think that guy should go over there. Yeah. I could have been worse. Yeah, we're okay. Giant explosion, but... Oh no, this is not a big deal at all. I definitely want to go and fall off the edge and die. I am once again standing on it. Alright, well. I don't think I can go over there. Alright. I'll just stand here and hit him with everything. Well, I guess that's my cue to leave. Actually, should we not leave? I feel like we shouldn't leave. Because, yeah, it's going to happen and then we're not going to be there. It's baiting us to get off, but we're not... We don't actually want to get off. We just think we want to get off. Bro, I am trying to do something right now. I hit this guy with more cool attacks, that's what I gotta do. Oh yeah, I don't want to look near that guy, I don't think I want to. Aha, I dodged it. I don't know if everyone did, but I did. I really need to hit more dark type magic. No, it's another guy. Nobody look at that guy. Oh no, it's doing it again. It's delaying it, man. They can't delay it. I don't... Oh, man. This is painful. Yeah, okay, yeah. Go over there. Perfect. Why... Gaze goes after Donut. Okay. Oh, I got hit by that. I deserve that. A little sloppy, but not the worst thing that's ever happened, you know. Oh. Hand of Erebos manifest. I think I want to be like right about here, I think. Ugh! Alright. We're not all in the things. I'm pretty sure we need to be in the things. Guys. I think it's bad. Yeah, it's a bad when we're not all in the things. Why are we not just like... I've noticed like an uptick in people just not using LBs. Like everyone's afraid to use the LB. I don't know. It's weird. Alright, we have killed the Sin Eater. We have freed the crazy night thing. Thanks for the vax. What? People are on drugs, man. Well, could be okay. I love it. Everyone left. No one wants the treasure. Yes, we will leave. And I got a single player comm. Alright. You could do worse.
Tiberius, thank goodness you're unharmed.
I'm fine. You know, I do this every day. We came as soon as we took care of our unwanted guests. They were a stubborn bunch, and quite unlike anything we've seen in the first. How about a person fully clad in armor?
No, I won't let you. Damn the light. Damn you all. Who are you? What do you want? Why am I here? What is happening?
Oof. Herg, bleh.
She's alive, but there's something strange about her aether.
She didn't seem too pleased with Reen taking control of Eden, which may have been what caused her to appear out of the blue. Beyond that, it's anyone's guess. 'Tis plain she's not a Sin Eater, not even in the part as Valthree was. Yet this knowledge does little to assuage my fears, for she is nonetheless possessed of a power most terrible. On the other hand, she's feeling cooperative, and she might tell us more about Eden. I'll keep an eye on her until she wakes up. There's no telling what will happen when she does, but it'll just make clear that we mean her no harm. Well, no further harm at the very least. Man, Thancred always carrying girls around unconscious. Typical. Obviously, it's not a good idea to bring her inside Eden. It'll likely take that reaching the core was aimed from the outset, so I'll take her to the camp. As we just coast on the outside. Just chucks her off the side.
Now that things are settled down, I should get back inside and try and strengthen my link to Eden.
Well, there you go. We're making progress, kids. Alright.
Although I had my hands full trying to control Eden, I caught a glimpse of our battle. That power, I've never seen anything like it.
What thou witnessed was the tearing of the very fabric of reality, the creation of a rift through which void scent may enter. But pray tell, Reen, didst thou make any other observations? And I think about it, didn't they say before they've never seen Void Sent here before? It's like completely unknown to them.
I couldn't send any light at all on that girl or her servants. And I can't really explain how, but she reminded me of Emmett Silk.
Though I think it unlikely that she is an Ascian, she may yet be thrall to the Zodiac.
Maybe we'll find more out once she's woken up. In the meantime, I'll try to improve my control over Eden. It seems to be listening more than before, instead of screaming at me like it was in the beginning. And that's not all. I've made an exciting discovery.
Do tell. Let us know. Tell me about all this stuff.
I feel a lot more confident in my ability to control Eden now. Of course, this is only the beginning.
And what shall we accompany thee whatsoever? Let's try that one again. And we shall accompany thee wheresoever the path may lead. But pray tell, what manner of discovery hast thou made?
I understand how Eden's power works.
And therefore the true nature of the flood of light?
Yes, it affected the balance of all ether in the empty, shifting it so far towards the umbral that it stopped flowing ether altogether.
The power to tip the scales.
And to tip them back again. That's what Eden does. It controls the balance of ether over a wide area, forcing it from one alignment to the other. Left alone, it still poses a threat, but if I can harness its power, I think I could use it to breathe life back into the empty. The trouble is, I haven't the foggiest idea where to start. And if I go about this the wrong way, I'll do more harm than good.
Thou needest not bear this burden alone, Reen. Now, nor should thou. 'Tis no simple matter of awakening that which lies dormant. All things in nature are inextricably linked. The elements maintain a fragile harmony, without which life cannot prosper.
So what should we do?
A solution hath begun to take shape in my mind, though it will require further discussion. For the time being, let us return to camp. 'Twould be remiss of us not to get involved Thancred. Alright, let's all skedaddle back to camp. Skedaddle, skedoodle. I think it's cool. My friends, I believe I have struck upon a method to which we may see this world restored. Urianger, before you go any further, allow me to make a potentially very long story slightly shorter. The plan is to control Eden and realign the aether of the empty, right? In essence, yes. However, unleashing elemental energies haphazardly will not suffice. In addition, the empty is unfathomably vast. Were we only able to effect change over one small region at a time, it would take many lifetimes to complete even a fraction of our task. Instead, our energies would be better spent revitalizing each element in order, that we might set in motion a more widespread transformation.
One at a time. I hate to say this, but I don't think Eden would be able to draw out a single element without affecting the others.
For that very reason, we shall select a location in which the ambient ether we wish to restore is at most potent. Even in a dormant state, certain elements will be more prevalent and therefore more easily manipulated. Then we rebalance the ether, return it to the land, whereupon it shall be borne on ethereal currents to the farthest reaches of the empty. But that's what's to prevent the element from breaking free of Eden's hold and causing a disaster of some sort. It must be contained. The question is how. Tiberius, indulge me for a moment if thou wouldst. Pray imagine a corporeal manifestation of each of the individual elements. What dost thou see in thy mind's eye? Surely not Moogles? I could say Moogles, but that... I don't want to seem dumb. Mayhap thou feared and utter a fateful word, for we even speak the name primals to invite misfortune. Though invite we must. As if the ether is drawn forth and realigned by Eden, we shall perform a summoning as Master Louis once did in the fields of Carteneau. As one who hath laid low countless primal, thy memories will shape the aether into deity form entity, which must subsequently be dispersed in the traditional fashion.
So, defeat it, in other words. But is this even possible?
I break my fast on primals. Is either that or being torn to shred. To be honest, I'm not entirely... Yeah, I break my fast on primals. Let's go, baby. I'm ready to this. Let's boogaloo, baby. Lest thou forget, 'twill be no more than an approximation of a foe thou hast previously bested. I have every confidence in thine abilities, Tiberius. I wonder who the first one is. I don't remember who the first one is. As do I, though it might help to have some idea what you will be up against. Have you decided which element to tackle first? I propose water, the source of all life. As for the location, an area to the west of Nordbrand will be home to the world's deepest ocean. Alas, the flood of light reduced it to a yawning chasm.
Water. Yes, that seems like a good choice. I'll see if Eden can take us where we need to go.
And I shall prepare for the summoning. Thancred, wouldst thou keep watch over our our antagonist? She may have vital information to impart. In the event that she becometh agitated, thou mayest need to restrain her. Someone's got to do it, I suppose. I'll be praying for your success while I wait here, twiddling my thumbs. Alright. So I'm assuming that means Leviathan. Still, I must say I don't envy you being caught up in yet another one of Urianger's madcap schemes. Though come to think of it, if the creature you fight must be born from your own memories and imagination, why don't you just try thinking of something a bit tamer than the primals you fought in the past? Perhaps that's not how it works. Anyway, best of luck. Just think of like a wussier version of a primal. Yeah. I will take the panty waist version of Leviathan, please. The one I always remember is the Titan one. The Titan one, and I have loose memories of the Shiva one, because there's the whole thing where she has to do, like, become Shiva or whatever.
Eden seems to be responding well to my instructions, so we should reach our destination in no time at all.
Imagine if there were people nearby and they just got to panic. You're like, ugh!
Alright, this is the place. I'll see if I can draw out the water aspect in ether. The rest is up to you, Tiberius.
Ain't got to tell me. Memories of Leviathan come flooding back. I imagine it with a derpy look on its face and drooling a little bit. Eden's Gate Inundation now accessible. Alright. Alright, so... Inundation. So we got all those... Usually it's 4, so 4 is so Eden's Gate, Eden's Verse, Eden's Promise. So... This one, and then one more. Oh, I can just do this. Alright, time to thing 18 minutes it says. But it could be faster, we'll see. I am on a more populated server, so we'll see. So I'll see you when it pops. Alright, it is time to fight Leviathan. Once again, queue times, not bad. Far less painful. I just really believe in like trying to stay on my own data center and server, because I want it to be like a place that actually flourishes. If everyone leaves, then it doesn't do anything. Alright, Nordbrand, Eden's Gate Inundation. Like a remix. So what I imagined was a two-headed Leviathan. I don't recall that being the thing. Okay, 2 paladins, Astrologian, Sage, Reaper, Bard, and another red mage. Oh, somebody in their first time. I was not paying attention. Eh. He's charging his laser. Yeah, I should probably get closer. I can already tell what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna like hit me and push me off the map. I'm not going to like it. Ugh. Oh, who died? One of the healers? Alright. That healer has already been revived. Took too long typing, for real. That's why I don't type when I'm playing the game. Unless it's absolutely essential. No shame on that guy, though. Been there. I don't know what he's doing, but I don't like him. He was targeting that guy, which I appreciate. Everyone's moving. Oh, I see it. I didn't see it. Well, everyone's gonna be standing there. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, everyone's moving. Alright. Did anybody just die? Somehow nobody died. Maybe that's me being too much of a doubter. Am I too much of a doubter? Alright, stack up on this bunny, man. Alright. Trying to really make me have to work for him, huh? Alright. Surge, tides, crash, waves, let none be spared. Yeah, no, that's... I don't remember him saying anything at the time, but I wouldn't put it past him. That was a big boom. Thankfully did not take much damage. Oh, okay. Well, one could assume we wanna... Everyone stack on that guy! Oh, man. I'm just gonna stand right here, I guess. I don't know where we're supposed to go. Everyone back toward that guy. There you go. We're not dead, and that's what really matters. You shall feed the vortex. Alright, so the question is, do we go into the things, or we stay out of the things? We stay out of the things. Okay. Man, everyone else, I'm just gonna be a follower. Ugh! I'm like, man, maybe I should just follow everyone else. And it's like, well, I thought of that a little too late, unfortunately. Thank you, bubble person. I have so many buffs and I don't know what any of them do. How sad is that? Over here again? I feel like over here again. But no, they're straight up, like, of all the buffs that I'm seeing there, like, above that, I don't know what, like, 90% of those do. It's like, cool, thanks. Oh, it's gonna hurt. I'm not dead! That guy got pulled. I'll go farther away, I guess. Here, let's boost the power. Alright! We done did the thing! We have defeated that guy. That bunny man is in a spacesuit. He came prepared. For all sorts of manner of things. Player comm. Paladin or Astrologian. Gotta give it to the Paladin. She should put on a shirt though. Anything in there? You know, I'll roll need on the orchestration roll. I probably don't need it. And then I'm gonna leave early and abandon my claim. I just realized I didn't want to like stop and actually try and get all that stuff. So
That was incredible. Is that what a primal looks like?
yeah, I know we've done a lot of those actually. Yeah, kind of.
Oh, not quite the same then. But why is that?
The Leviathan of the Source was summoned by the Sahagin, to whom he was no less than a god. Without their faith, the deiform entity we brought into existence differed on a fundamental level, though it was no less formidable. The manifestation relied on Tiberius's experience with Leviathan, and may have influenced by recollections of other water-aspected beings, leading to further discrepancies.
Memories brought to life. But I still can't tell if our plan actually worked. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
How goes it? We killed Leviathan, it was cool. If you've only finished supplying your primal or whatever it is, I suggest you get back here on the double. There's something you ought to see. Alright, sure. Thancred wants us to go back to camp. So we should go back to camp.
What could that be?
Evidently our only recourse is to return to base of operations forthwith. And we all slowly stroll. Or we don't. We don't. I thought we were all going to stroll off. We did not all stroll off. Here I am thinking that we're all going to stroll off, and there was no strolling off. Alright. So this one starts getting really cool. That's right. That's why he wants us to come back. He's like, yeah, I see you've done the thing, so...
Tiberius, look!
What about Eorzea? He was coming. Yeah, see the water's all there now, and the crystal's there, and it's blue. And the water is doing water things now. By the 12's good grace, 'tis a marvel to behold.
I never thought a whole lake would suddenly appear like this. And we're just getting started. I only hope the burden is not too much for you, Tiberius.
Nah, man, it's good. See my fist punch, my hand punch thing? That's my thing. That's what I do when I tell you that it's not a big deal. I thought it was going to be about the armored person, but apparently not.
I think this proves the water aspect in ether is no longer lying dormant. So which element should we realign next to Eorzea?
I propose Earth. Should we succeed in returning the soil's life-giving energy, the empty shall become capable of supporting the growth of flora.
Imagine that, forests in the empty. But before we begin, I'd like to know how the girl is doing.
Still sound asleep. She didn't so much as stir even when I took her helmet off. I thought it might be getting a bit stuffy in there, and I was curious to know what sort of person we're dealing with. She seems surprisingly normal, not at all like unusual void scent. I'd say she's all about the same age as you, Reen, perhaps a little older.
Well, whoever she is, we should let her rest while we concentrate on the task at hand.
As much as I'd love to go with you, I'd best stay here in case she wakes up and feeling less cooperative. And while I wait here for wishing I had something to read, my thoughts will be with you as you fly off in the face of the next opponent. It must be a strange feeling to bring something to existence through your own willpower, only to slay it immediately after. I almost feel sorry for the poor things. All the same, I wish you luck. No one noticed that I messed with the voices there, not at all.
If all goes well, he won't be waiting too long. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we can see the results.
Indeed, let us go. Let us go, let us leave. Go back to the core. Yes. Mimi, you gotta go do something else. AFKing is bad for you.
Now, before we embark on our journey, there is one question I feel I should ask. Where are we going?
I would suggest a certain region lieth east of Nordrhein, which was once home to the great Mount Atlas. And for the Earth-aspected primal Wushinvaux, what could be more a fitting choice than Titan?
I don't think I've heard of that one. What is it like?
He worshipped by the kobolds. That's what they are, the kobolds. I always forget what they're called. The landslides. Yeah.
Seems like you had a rather traumatic experience.
When I was doing the hard one, the extreme trial, yeah.
Before our last battle and anything to go by, this one will be different from the Titan Tiberius remembers, yes?
Aye, to be wise to consider the two as entirely separate beings. As such, thou needs conceive new stratagems, and thou art to triumph in the battle to come. Past experience will avail thee not, I fear. I know, I remember this one vaguely.
All right, Tiberius. Once you're ready, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, this is like the one trial out of all these I remember. I didn't remember the Leviathan nor the first one, but the one with Titan, I've just gotten that in dailies on several occasions.
It took me a while, but we finally arrived. Ready, Tiberius?
Dude, I was born ready. I don't put this hat on unless I'm ready, and I'm always wearing my hat even when I sleep. Memories of Titan come tumbling back. Eden's Gate, Sepulture, now accessible. Alright, so this will be last one for this episode. I have no idea how long this is. I've completely lost track of time. So let's go ahead and take that one off. There we go. 5 minutes. See, look at how quick that queue time estimates is. 5 minutes? 5? That's crazy. Watch, I'll turn this off and it'll immediately pop back up. But we'll see when it pops in the next 4 seconds. So, see you then. Okay, it wasn't quite 4 seconds, but it was maybe like a minute and a half. So, I don't know what it is about this particular trial. People are always doing this trial. I have no idea. Like, this is the one I have done maybe 4 or 5 times. Granted, I still don't remember it very well, but I remember this fight. I remember it being a thing and doing it. By the way, let's fight Fancy Titan. Paladin, Gunbreaker, Astrologist Stage, Samurai, Dancer, and a Pictomancer. I remember the music too. Kind of stands out a little bit. I just realized I gotta hang on. Oh, I never remember what to do with that. Wait, I think I didn't. Wait for it. Alright, like that. There we go. It's like having to dodge when you're a caster, I'll tell you what. We're gonna boost everyone's power. Oh, please don't make me regret this. I'm pretty sure I don't want to be near that one. I don't know if they're all going just because I went over here or what, but we're going over here. This music is kind of good. Oh, we just all failed. We failed so hard. I'm looking at his face and I'm like, what is he doing? And then I didn't even take notice. The healers are dead, one of the tanks is dead, and all the other... And if I'd lived, I could have revived somebody. Spoiler. Well, you know... kept trying to type, but I couldn't get it to stop caps locking. Alright, we wiped. Cool. I didn't see it at all. I didn't see it. Okay, wait, I know I'm ready for this time. There we go. Yeah, we were ready this time. Not Titan. I'm just butchering my rotation right now. I need to play the class for like 20 million hours, and then I would never play anything else, and then I can remember my rotations without having to look at them. Alright, which one's the bad one? That's the bad one. I'm just gonna get over here, that's fine. There we go, that wasn't so bad. Temper floats the mountain core, and rage is eternal. Okay, this is when he did that thing last time. Oh yeah, we're just gonna hide behind him right there. Oh yeah, just get right in front of him or whatever. Okay, so it's delayed. It's delayed for a second there. Do I need to? You know what? I'll just do. I'll heal myself. Save the healer some time. Well, I saw it. It was just a little... Wait, are those the bomb boulders that explode? I don't know. We wanted to be away from that? Oh, he made it all big. Aw. I just didn't know what to do. I'm like, alright, something bad's gonna... I thought maybe they might explode, like, in sequence. Spoiler, they did not blow up in sequence. Let's see, so I'm dead, the samurai is dead. The healer was dead. Oh, just focus on keeping yourself alive. Don't worry about us until that. Alright, he's turning to the car. You could probably do it. Oh, man. Alright. Your fleeting, meaningless existence here. But, you know, I thought, like, maybe, like, stay away from the big ones, and then the smaller ones would be there, but I didn't know there was only, like, an explosion with, like, a radius, right? I'm the last one to get revived. Oof. Shara Uras. Absolute, Chad individual. Alright, oh... I don't even know what to do now. Alright, so here's what we know. Those ones are going to explode first, then those other ones over there are going to explode second, maybe? Okay, all those are going to explode, okay. Like, I'm just going to try and sprint. I ain't playing this like, oh no, please don't... Oh, I'm going to do moves now. I'm going to do a Black Ranger pose, unintentionally. Alright. Nothing like needing to do fights of which you are, like, completely unfamiliar. I mean, I've done the fights, it's just been so long I don't remember. Alright, wait for it. Alright, now go there. Now get over here behind this. I'm okay. I'm trying to help. Alright, stay away from that. That much I know. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. I wasn't paying attention last time. I wasn't the only one, though. I wasn't the only one. Oh, no. Again. Oh. Man. This is just... Okay. So he does that. You can't be in front of him, and you gotta at least be, like, one tile away. I mean, if they're willing to go and do... Can you do the thing with that, or no? The Phoenix Down? Can you do Phoenix Downs in Trials? I know you can't do them in raids, but I don't know. Maybe you can do it in there. Well, there goes that guy. Man. How I wish I had noticed. Okay, so it blows up those ones. I gotta pay attention to these mechanics. Or they could just, like, they could just die. I get it. Alright. Hey guys, you think we were gonna wipe like 17 times on Titan? I didn't. Well, I'll pick it up eventually, or we'll all fail forever. I mean, I am picking it up slowly, just like, you know, keyword there is slowly. Alright. Let's stay right here. Okay, so back over here. Pretty straightforward. And then one of these rocks is going to be the bad one. It's that one. We'll go over here. I don't think that guy... I think that guy should probably be back behind this. He was not back behind this when that went off. Alright, let's stand here. Alright, so this one is the one where you want to be directly in front of him, because if you're not, you're going to have a bad time. And then get off of the middle right in front of him. See, we learn mechanics around here. I'm not completely unable to do so. Okay. So they're going to come in 4 directions, but one of them is going to get big. It's going to be that one. So I probably want to be like, I think like right here. I think it's right here. That's what I say. Yeah, it was right. All right. I'm feeling smarter already. All right, you know what I should do? Start hitting this guy with these attacks, because I've been dying so often I haven't had a chance to do them. Okay, I remember this one. I'm not falling for that again. Gotta get over here. All the way over, kids. Or not. I'm totally dumb. Wow. Okay, so you can't be on the thing. You've got to be all... Oh, man. I am just so dumb. I just somehow missed that memo. So when it hits the thing, he goes in there. You don't want to be... You want to be, like, right up against it, I guess? Man. Well, I feel silly. But once again, I learn. I guess if we get to another phase of that, I will be ready. I think. I feel silly for not getting that, but you know what? Hey, what are you gonna do? I thought I learned something, and the game was like, actually, you have learned nothing. Congratulations on your failure. All right. So we're all. It's gonna be a bad time. So, okay, so we can go over here. Those are all going to explode. We're going to want to run. Once those explode, run over here. Haha. Alright, could be worse. Alright. Okay, to the far end. Uh-oh, okay. Over here. Then we're gonna want to go over there. Doing it again, I'm doing poses. I'm doing poses instead of, like, knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. Alright. Could be worse, could be worse. Alright, so... like here. Alright, so during the car thing, where are we doing? Where we go, like, right? Oh, right up next to him? Wait, no, like, right here? Okay. Alright. Okay. Healer's down. Oh, no! Oh! There, oh, I'll help right before I die. I did a thing. I did a thing right before I died, alright? It was not a complete waste. It was worth it. I revived that Astrologian. I did it. Was it perfect? No. But I still did it. This fight is like so much harder than I remember it being, but I know I've wiped on this fight a bunch of times before. I just feel good for getting the Astro back up. I'm like, I'm like, quick cast. Hit him with the forays. Do it now. Do it now. Like, and then I did it, and then I'm like, alright, well, we're okay. And then I wasn't okay at all. Oh no. Oh, I'm in such a bad place. Oh. I can have this up in a second. There we go. Making me work for it. I couldn't imagine what the hard version of this is like. I need to play, like, way more. See if I can just hit him. Just hit him with this. Just nuke him with that. Alright, is this the one? Okay, this is the one where he does the cannon thing. We're alright, we can do that. Yeah, it's for real. Woo! Oh my gosh, dude. What is that, like 3 wipes? That never gets easier. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to just drill myself on how to do that. That thing was hard. I ain't mad, just like, wow. My guy's like, yeah! Like, I did some things right, but I did some things very wrong in that fight. But I started picking it up, but the car one, man. The car one. I thought I just needed to dodge him once. Spoiler, you have to do it more than once. Alright, player commendation. I'll give it to the Sage. It just... I feel like I deserve more player comms for that, but what do I know? Welcome back. You must be exhausted. You know, in a matter of speaking, a little bit. For a creature made of rock, he was a lot more agile than I was expecting. It's just, I can't help but laugh at some of these lines right now. It's just so ironic. I wonder, was the Titan of your world a tough opponent too? You know, he never stood a chance against me. Yeah, if it were on foot, he would have fallen to your doom. Yep, that's pretty much it. So all it would take is a momentary lapse of concentration. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, neither do I. But more importantly, you've defeated another elemental being, which means we're a step closer to reclaiming the empty. I can't wait to see what the difference will be made this time. Alright. I'm just so hyped up right now. My goodness. That was absolutely insane. Still only took 17 minutes, but still, it's like, now the land looks normal again.
Did we really do all of this?
Yes, someone has come along with a crayon. Aye, 'twould appear the balance of ether has returned to the element of earth, and yet the transformation hath affected only the immediate vicinity, whereas the lands beyond the lake doth remain unchanged. 'Tis passing strange indeed.
Did we do something wrong?
Though this falleth short of the outcome I had envisioned, 'tis plain our efforts were not in vain. Mayhap this localized phenomenon is the result of an intersection of ethereal currents. Therefore it is reasonable to assume, the simple locations in the empty hath undergone comparable alterations.
Then the ether will spread out from these points to cover the rest of...
Oh, she tired. Read. All right. Well, that's a good jumping off point after I have absolutely been dumpstered by off-brand Titan there. So with that, we will end here, and then the next episode we will continue to tackle everything else that needs to be tackled. So for now, all I have is till next time.